I mean, we can also
have PNG and business. The last one in Poland, it was strategic.
Yeah.
I mean, it could also be an option to have, you know, a second product where we do retailers, because we won't have so many international retailers, but it could be interesting for every country to have it in the same metrics.
Right.
That's part of the discussion.
The point is, I think, that what we did, what we did before is also put together like which companies are most of us working for. FMCG obviously was the largest category, the largest spending, and this would be a way. Probably the interest in terms of the industry, most of us, and is something that is not, that can then be publicized or sold, not in the terms of price competitive. Yeah, we as researchers always to be the cheapest, but something where we can maybe differentiate ourselves.
Yeah.
Very question.
Yes, I see you program the fieldwork on December.
That's the target. Yeah.
Yes, because I don't know, no, but in my country it's very difficult to program the fieldwork in December.
Okay.
Yes.
That's also, I mean, I'm not, this is just an initial proposal. Probably it will move. I don't know. It's really only, the most important thing is, and everything else will be solved, to understand who would be taking part, and then narrow down the complexity as to it should fit most of them somehow. And we also have to take care about when it's difficult or not for the field work.
From our perspective, we want to be involved in this because in our market, the tracking work is definitely on the decline. I was at a CEO's meeting on the major decline for tracking work, because as companies shift to virtually the whole country's online, they're doing a lot of their general tracking work with their customer base internally and online. So strategic issues like pricing, new product development, segmentation, to us they're really important futures that we should be investing in ideas. So we definitely want to be involved.
Okay. So wonderful. Australia? Cool. But you can just let me know, we don't need to make that public or whatever. Just, tell me, I'll make a list, and then we reconvene virtually through the email conversation after. Yeah. Perfect. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Great.
Thank you.
Richard, you're the last point on the agenda.
I am.
We always put you last because
because I can be finished.
I can wrap it up.
Bring it on.
Yes. Yeah.
Right.
Mic is on. You can start whenever.
It's really ready for the retailers on the supermarket. Yes. On Sunday they had no money to spend on marketing, single. No, we're for exactly the reason. I think that's the only way to go, is just to be there.
Are they also bringing out their own brands?
Yes.
And do you ever get the retail response to work on that?
To do a bit, yeah. Not as much.
Okay. Does that work? I don't know if that's working.
It should be, I mean, it should be fine. Nothing else has changed.
Just to finish off the day, this isn't really something around a piece of research, but I thought it's quite an interesting thing to share with you, really. It's fairly new. It's been around the last 2 or 3 months. And it's a thing called the Hub. And it's does what it says on the tin there. It's a platform which our company is now using to create, connect and share. And I thought it'd be interesting to show you a little bit about that. So what is it? I mean, basically it's something that allows us to collaborate and communicate within our organisation. But also, ultimately, we're also going to use this as a means to communicate with our clients and partners as well. So fieldwork agencies, other strategic partners, econometric consultants, whoever it is, we will be working through this medium to do that. And the rationale behind this, for those of you who don't know much about SPA Future Thinking, it's now a sort of 180 strong people organisation in the UK, but it's really come together through the amalgamation of a number of research agencies. And what we realised pretty quickly over the last 18 months as we've all come together is that there was lots of knowledge sitting. We've got 3 offices in the UK. We'd find we had lots of knowledge sitting in Office A, which actually someone in Office B or Office C actually needed access to. And often that would be, particularly when we're coming up to bid on projects and try and win work, really. And you'd realise afterwards that some guy sitting in another office actually used to be the colleague or client of somebody you're about to speak to. And it's so frustrating when you got into a pitch and you find out that little nugget of information was all you needed to win.
Or the other way.
Or the other way around. So basically, what it is helping us to, as it says here, build wisdom, insight from data. It's using social media. I mean, it's basically Web 2.0, but it's using social media to collaborate as an organisation. It's one of the hottest topics actually in media buzz just now. I mean, Microsoft have just spent $1.2 billion on an enterprise collaboration platform called Yammer, which some of you might have heard of. There's things around like Jive, SBS, National Field. I don't know if anyone knows about National Field. It's the enterprise platform that Obama won the last US election around. He collaborated all of the field offices around the US to try and get all the knowledge that was coming in from the field into one place so that you could actually communicate and collaborate quickly. So basically, this whole area of collaboration about knowledge, wisdom, information is really out there and it's happening quickly. So what do we have in this? I mean, effectively, the sort of content structure fits around these 9 core themes at the top here, and that we have information about products that we have. We have images and views. We have client decks, so we might actually have a particular client presentation or portfolio. We're increasingly using it for webinars, so we'll be invited in to have webinars with people. Any interesting articles, either internally or outside, are there. Interviews, share drives, videos. Basically, it's an entire social media platform for our organisation. And one of the other, I suppose, drivers of this, when we did an analysis of the average age of people in the organisation, although there's a lot of people who are getting increasingly older, like myself, a lot of people are 30, 35, 25, 30. I mean, they're using social media platforms all the time. They're used to engaging in this way. So what we wanted to do was offer them a tool that allowed them to share information really effectively. This is what it looks like, but rather than kind of focus on this, let's just look at it live, because it's going to be easier to, well, summarise this. It allows us to coordinate and share across the company. We build a one-to-one relationship with clients, unlike any other channel that we've got. We can get new solutions, people, everything together quickly. We get sharing best practice sales methodologies, and we can use it as a development platform in itself. We can build analytics capabilities around it, get timelines, get sales processes into the platform. So let's have a look at what it does.
Richard, can I ask one more question? Just on your clients, how do you give them access to some or part of it?
It's basically just by controlling groups. So we can actually, I'm going to show you an example that's very live on this actually. No, that's not true.
And just say yes, Richard.
What's that?
It's a yes.
Did someone ask me something?
No.
Right. Basically, this is my first view of this. So it looks very much like any other social media application, Facebook or things that you'll look like. In fact,